All right. Welcome, everybody. So excited to join you on today's Global Healing Miracle Experiment call. I'm joining you actually from Dallas, Texas. We just had an amazing clinic 2 days ago in Houston, yesterday in McAllen, Texas at the Infinite Love Meditation Center. And oh my goodness, actually, I wonder if anyone on the call already was there. We have some surprise guests to introduce you to. But I want to start off with just introducing you to Jana. Jana is in Georgia, and she has been part of this whole journey from so long and just full of so much love and seen so many miracles on her own. And so, Jana, if you can welcome everyone, have them share where they're from and maybe one thing they're grateful for, and start reading some of those comments.
Great. Welcome, everybody. It's so good to see you. Like he said, I'm Jana Taylor. I've been involved with so many projects with Dr. Clint and with the Miracle team, the Miracle Game, the experiment game. And it's so good to see all of these familiar faces. It's been great. I've been interacting with some of you this week, and it's been so fun to connect with all of you. So just in the chat, why don't you put where you are from and maybe what you're grateful for. Maybe what you want to get from this call today. What is it that your heart is saying to you today as you come to this Zoom call? What do you want today? What do you want from this call today? So we've got Judy in DC. She's grateful for the Renaissance. I just think that's amazing. It's such a great word. Aparna, she's calling from Cincinnati, Ohio. Today she's grateful for bright sunshine and indoor plants. That's awesome. Dallas, Texas, we've got Heather. She's looking, some of these go so fast, I miss it. Sorry, Heather. I'm not as skilled as Dr. Clint. I'm getting there though. Let's see. So Heather from Dallas, Texas, looking for even more open heart experiences. Cornelia, hello from Paradise Island, the Bahamas. Cornelia, it's so good to see you on the call. Michael from Oakland, grateful for sanity. I love it. Pasadena, California. Esther, hello, Esther, how are you? Grateful for insight. Love that. So, Dr. Clint, are you ready to take over?
Well, so beautiful. I'm just reading from Brazil, Louisa, looking forward for more peace of mind. Oh man, we got so many people from all over Montreal, Cape Coral, Florida. Candy, so good to have you on. Wow, beautiful. Janet, ready to start over. I'm from Iowa and I want to meet people to share their hearts. Wow, beautiful. Wanting and needing more connection today. Francesca, Rome, Italy. We have some great, exciting announcement from Italy. Stephen, on the ski slopes again. Amazing. I like it. You're probably joining us from the most exotic location, Stephen. That's so fun. Christelle, what? Christelle's in the house. You gotta unmute yourself. This is so exciting. I see lots of people clapping. If you don't know Christelle, she was on the very, very first Miracle Experiment game months and months ago. Haven't seen you in a long time, but it just instantly makes my heart burst open seeing you. How are you doing?
I'm so glad to be here. I have been going through a very difficult time, but I'm still smiling and I'm just happy to be alive and actually be able to participate here and see you all. It's been a long time, but it really makes me very happy. So, yeah. And despite not having been on very many calls at all for the last few months, I've always been present and you've always been present. So it's just wonderful to be back. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I will share some time with you guys what has happened, but it's been very traumatic. I'm here. I'm just happy to be alive. That's all.
Oh, so happy to see us. You're so much in our hearts. You're like our family. I've never met you in person, but you're so much in my heart. And I know everyone's always asking about you. That's one thing I really love about this community is like those kind of heart connections, you never lose them. You know, it's like it's just magical. It's so, so beautiful. Also, Valerie, Texier, I want to hear you. I think, are you still joining from Switzerland right now? Oh, you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, still in Switzerland these days.
Still in Switzerland. So I met Valerie last year, and she gave me probably one of the best hugs I've ever received in my entire life. She is a master
Can't wait to
hugger.
give you another one.
I just think in a world in which we haven't been able to have as much physical touch, even just seeing you and remembering that hug, I'm hoping that ripples go to everyone on this call, feeling the warmth of like the perfect hug. Yes. I see BN's giving you lots of love, and we're all feeling that gratitude for the perfect hug. That kind of hug, you know, Dr. Om said when Mother Teresa hugged him, it was like 1,000 mothers hugging him, you know?
Oh,
And I felt that way when you hugged me, Valerie. I was like, oh, I just want to stay here. Can we just stay here for like a year in this hug?
yeah.
It's so lovely. You know, Valerie and her daughter are participating in the 100-day training. And so before we drop from our head to our heart, I just want to say today is the last day to register for that. So if you're on the edge, today's the day to really go into your own heart and say, is this something I want to do? It's going to be, Valerie, why were you excited about it? So honestly, it surprised me with joy that you and your daughter are participating in it. What attracted you to it, and what do you hope to learn?
First, I love your enthusiasm. I love your dedication and everything. And it's really attracted me. And I love this group. Whenever I could come, you know, I feel like I said, I look for some sanity, some peace of mind, some health, of course, because I need some help, but also to give some health around me. And I really wanted to share the book with my daughter so it happened that for this common goal to try to heal my father, we were here together. And she was finally able to read your book, and immediately I was sure there would be a connection, you know, and she was immediately attracted and she wanted to do it. And she said, I can do it. I cannot believe it. I can do it. So we are really, really excited to do that.
So cool. Yeah, you know, we just wanted to make it accessible so anyone can participate based on burning desire. And so we have one thing that just really touched my heart, you know, I'm going to get emotional talking about it, but people who paid, I'd say a good 20-30% paid more than they needed to, just to give scholarship opportunities for those that didn't have the means. Not only that, but we had a first meeting last Wednesday for those who applied for scholarship. We have another one coming up on Wednesday, and just I'm so inspired by everyone who's participating. So if it's in the scholarship opportunity is already passed, that one is finished. But if you're interested in registering, today's the last day. I just encourage you to look in your heart. You can go to the website. Maybe Jana, you can type the URL for that in the chat, and just so people can have that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so grateful for everyone on this call. I'm just looking at your faces and I'm just falling in love all over again. You know, feels like that. I just kind of want to just show you guys. I'm going to go to gallery view and just kind of scroll through and just look at these beautiful people. Got Anne, Padmalaya, Nushrat, Jerem got such great news about the music project for the orphanage. Christine's been volunteering. Chris has been volunteering in such an amazing way. Oh my goodness, Janine, Yolanda, Candy, BN. I always feel like it's better when you're here representing. And Christelle, when I saw you and then felt the hug from Valerie, I just felt like life was complete. You know, Francesca, pretty soon you're going to hear a very powerful story from Francesca, where she wrote that just is amazing, touches people's hearts about her transformation. Victoria, Catherine, wow. Carol Brewer, fantastic. Rajani, wow. Esther, Janet, so cool. Radu, joining from Romania. Heather, wow, amazing. So good to see you. Do I see you tomorrow? You're coming to the clinic tomorrow in Dallas. That's so exciting. We've had magical clinic days. I don't even know how to tell you, but I'm just going to scroll through these pictures a little bit more. Renara, so good to see you joining us from the train. I love that. I'm just going to spotlight your video. She's on a train right now from Paris to the Netherlands to Paris, just representing. So good. You don't have to speak anything. We just feel joy. We feel the music coming from you. Oh, so good. I'm just gonna scroll through the gallery. I just want to enjoy Dick. What? Oh my goodness. And you're shaved. The play must be over. Wow. So good. Kathy, Paola, Michael, wow, Cornelia. Oh, Patrick. Amazing to see you here. Rosava, Denise, Carol. Oh my goodness. Carol, I've never met her in my entire life, at least not this life. But tomorrow I get to meet her for the first time in Dallas. I'm just overexcited. I know for sure we're going to be doing a Facebook Live. Man, this is so fun. I was not planning on doing this, but just seeing your faces is like, I could just do this the whole hour and just be happy. You know, Rochelle, wow, so good to see you. Luke, Sonia, I just met for the first time in Houston, her and her very powerful son. Wow. Louisa, oh my goodness, welcome back from vacation. Ready for you to get started again. Judy, wow. Lawrence Katz again joining us. Fantastic. Wow. And also Ken, welcome. Amazing. So happy. Chris Hopper, so good to see you. Esther, Cloudy and family, Angelina, Ralph, Sarah Jeet. Wow, this is amazing. Jawa, Jules, wow, amazing. Beautiful. Alberto, let's see, Alberto. Some people aren't on camera, but I want to say everyone on camera. Arati, Afsena, wow. Get ready, because today could be the best call of our lives. This could be one of the most meaningful and memorable, in large part because it's coming down to spirit, you know? It's one of our least planned structurally wise, but most planned and guided from guidance in terms of love, letting love guide us. You know, the book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, the very first quote in the book that I think all of us have memorized by now is, I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will teach you. And today, this call is a master experiment of that principle. It's just really about that vibration of love and discovering together what magic comes from that. So on that note, we're going to start by dropping us from our head to our heart. This was a song sent to me last night by someone said that when they heard it, they just had to stop. And they just listened to the words and they thought of me and they thought of making sure that I could share it with anyone who was a part of the clinics or a part of this weekend. And so I'm just going to share this song with you. The lyrics are so beautiful actually on this song. Mike, thank you so much, by the way, for handling the technical and adding people into the call. Just making sure everyone gets in who's trying to get in while I'm doing the other stuff. Okay, the lyrics I'm just going to read you real quick. This is a song by Alexia Chalon. And the lyrics are so simple. It says, the power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Let the water wash away your tears. Let the fire burn away your fears. Let the wind blow in your life, such faith and trust. Let the earth hold you, take care of you, and nurture you. Let the earth hold you, take care of you, and nurture you. All right, so we'll enjoy this song together. Feel free to take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel the feet beneath your feet, the chair on your bum, and enjoy this magical song.
Power of now is here now. The power of you, me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Let the water wash away your tears. Let the fire burn away your fears. Let the wind blow into your life such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you, take care of you, and nurture you. Oh, the power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. Let the water wash away your tears. Let the fire burn away your fears. Let the wind blow into your life such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you, take care of you, nurture you.
Wow. Mm. I'm just scrolling through your faces again and thinking about the words of the words of that song. You know, the power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. The power of you and me is to create magic here now. So beautiful. Actually, you know, I don't know why, but I'm just feeling someone has something they want to share right now in response to that song, something stirring in your heart. I don't know who it is, but I just feel like someone wants to share something.
Hi, can I talk?
Yeah, please.
Hi. Yeah, I've been dealing with the last couple of days with some really strong emotions and things coming up for me. And I thought I was doing really well, and a lot of anxiety, a lot of just past emotions, sexual abuse that came up this morning. So this was transformative and a beautiful piece of music. And I hope that we're able to listen to it again because I know that there's so many people that can benefit from it. Thank you.
Oh, Janet, thank you so much. Let's send Janet some love, everyone. Rub your hands together and beam you all this love from all these love generators. You know, the power of love is here now for you, Janet. Power of now is here now, and you and me, the power is to create magic now. I love you, Janet. Love you, and I'm with you.
Thank you.
One thing I love about love is it doesn't have to be that complicated. You know, it doesn't have to be so complicated. It can be really simple sometimes. And like this moment is one of those examples of just the power of love. You know, Janet, thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for opening your heart and allowing us to love those parts of ourselves. Sometimes we're scared to see, you know. And thank you so much. I don't know why, but Lawrence, I feel like maybe you have something to share. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. I don't even know if you're in a position to, but I kind of just felt like you had something that could inspire us. Maybe we can come.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
The power of now is everything. There's nothing else but the now. There never was anything but the now. And there always will be the now. And then the love of the now is infinite. We are so blessed to have you in the flesh in this now, holding this beautiful glow of love that can be felt around the world. And it's so needed at this moment. This now is the most important now of our lives. And I'm so glad to be here with you in this now.
That's so beautiful. Thank you. You're getting lots of like encouragement and love on your words, Lawrence. Thank you so much. I was just at the Infinite Love Center in McAllen, Texas. What a perfect name, huh? To be in at this space and time. And they'd been pretty much closed for all of the pandemic. The very first time they opened their doors, otherwise as an office for Vic. Actually, Vic, if you can unmute yourself, I think I saw Alka or Malka on here as well. You can unmute yourself. The very first time they opened the doors was yesterday for the clinic that we did there. And it was so beautiful and so powerful, you know, and so healing on so many levels. I don't know, Vic, if you can share your experience.
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was making my Instagram story last night after everything, and I don't know, I couldn't go to sleep last night because I just felt so energetic and like my heart was just really tingly, and it was just I don't know, being in the energy and everything that you're doing, it felt great, and to open those infinite love doors again was really healing, I think, for all of us.
Yeah, it was so powerful to be there. You know, they actually showed me the screen. They have a projector screen, this incredibly beautiful space that really came out of this desire to spread love on the planet. And they showed me this meditation space, and then the projector screen. They said, yeah, actually about a year ago, this is where we played your TEDx talk. So you've already been in the Infinite Love Center. You just didn't know it. And now you're here in the flesh. And Vic's grandmother was there. And she drove almost 3 hours just to be there. She's 81, Vic?
Yeah.
81 years young. And man, it was so beautiful. This kind of like matriarch of this very powerful family of lovers, you know, of people that are sending ripples throughout the world, transmuting the pain or the challenges or the difficulty. You know, Dr. Ram, he has a quote, says, whatever is your heartache, your difficulty, your challenge, your obstacle has within it the seeds of equal or greater benefit. And this family has really done it. They've taken monumental obstacles and challenges, and in the midst of illness and accidents and death and divorce and disease, they said, well, what can we do as a response? And what they chose to do was create a center and call it Infinite Love and send those ripples out. And actually, Vic, is it okay if I share what your mom shared with me?
Sure.
Sure. I'll give you the permission, Dr. Clint.
Oh, good. Well, you can share it.
Which part?
Just what you shared with me about, how you can now, after so many years, you can finally say it's a blessing.
Yes. Vic is my son, and he had an accident about 13 years ago. He was in Houston. He fell off his third floor balcony and became paralyzed from the waist down. So it's been 13 years.
14 years.
14 years. Thank you. That we've been on this process, but the 13 years was the suffering years. And the last year, which was 2020, was the best year. And there's so much awakening, evolution that has happened, and the healing. And Vic and I can now actually say that this is the best thing that has happened to us. And there was Dr. Wayne Dyer, we had met him maybe 2 years just into on the accident. And he told Vic that this is the best thing that's ever happened to you. And we were not there. We didn't see it. We were in suffering. But now we see it. And I was just telling Dr. Clint that, the gurus in India, they always say that they tell the divine, give me pain so that I can be close to you, that I can remember you. And I now know what that feels like in this journey.
Wow, I can see it in your eyes and your face, the serenity and this peace. But for some people listening, that might be so confusing. How can 2020 be the best year of your life? How is that even possible? And what do you mean that now you see the blessing in such a tragedy that he's been in a wheelchair for 14 years? Like, what is the blessing? What is the gift in that?
Who we were and who we are, being peace with what is and turning inward and seeing us as a soul going through this life, and whatever comes to us, it's actually for us to grow and to be in this space of love and awareness and to do our soul purpose. So I speak for myself. I am in that space now where that was my story. And it's like, it's a transformation. It's a transition. Whatever happened was a transition to my transformation. And this 2020 really helped me go within. And that's why I call it a blessing year.
So beautiful. Vic, I don't know if you'd be willing to be vulnerable here, but can you share what was your life like qualitatively 14 years ago versus now?
14 years ago, I was not accepting of life. I was not okay with what happened to me. I spent a lot of time.
Even before the accident, what was like the quality of life? That's what I mean. Like,
before the accident, I was actually, really angry. I suppressed a lot of emotions. I drank a lot. I had my accident when I was 22 years old, so I was in college. And so I didn't know anything. This journey has really caused me to push myself to understand, like, it made me question everything. It made me question reality. It made me question what is the relationship between the way we think and feel and what we experience. And so going down that road and, learning about many teachers and reading many books and all this stuff, it's created this passion in me to understand more and more about life and our relationship with it. So yeah, I don't even know how to compare who I was before my accident to now. It's just caused, I just understand so much more and know that the more I can vibrate higher and look at everything that's happening outside of me or that's happening in my life is a reflection of something to uncover within me. And the more I accept things and allow, the more what I want is going to come to me.
Oh, that's so beautiful. You know, Vic, when Malka was telling me yesterday about the whole journey, 13 years of suffering, and then the last year, the best year ever. I was just thinking about for so many of us, I'm reading in the chat, actually, quite a few people. Suzanne says, I too had the best year in 2020. She says, when trauma and drama and wounds and illness can become a life lesson and not a failure or punishment, that's when transformation can occur. So beautiful, Suzanne, well said. I hear Anne, she says, I feel like the miracle experience of this group has made 2020 the best year too, in a very simple way that the ripple effect makes it exponential. That's really powerful. When your mom, Vic, was telling me about the whole journey and then just talking about you, I could feel her love, love of a mother and what she wants most for what any parent wants most for their child. And just feeling so proud of you and the man you are today and the quality of your character and your heart, and in the moments I had with you yesterday, as I was taking your pulse and talking to you, I just felt like this awe of the journey that you're on and how all of us are benefiting from this journey that you're taking. So thank you so much for that.
Oh, thanks for saying that.
Yeah, thank you, Malka. Thank you, Alka. Thank you, everyone. Everyone at the Infinite Love Center, thank you so much. The one that introduced me to the Infinite Love Center was actually Claudia. Claudia and Gary, you've heard on previous calls, Claudia and Gary had their own crazy, amazing experience. Gary was in for 35 years of intense pain, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to resolve the pain. And then in just a few moments with the ancient secrets, was able to see some relief. But he said on a call this last week, he said the main thing is, it's not the pain that was released wasn't the most important thing. Gary said, what's the most important thing is the love that's been unlocked in my heart. He says, my whole what I want changed. Before, all I wanted was to get rid of the pain. He says, now what I want to do is live in a space of love. And for him to speak those words, considering where he came from, he said he only came because he thought it'll appease my wife. If I do this one thing, she won't bother me for a long time. That was the reason he came here, in this spirit. And then in this, but when you're hurt, it's not fun. It's not fun to go out. It's not fun to do it, interact with people. Yeah, lots of things are difficult. But now the way that he's living in his life and the ripple effects, Anne talks about the ripple effects, the contagious healing, this contagious love has impacted not only his wife, but his kids. Claudia, can you unmute yourself? I want to introduce your kids to everybody. So Claudia, can you just say hi?
Hi.
Garrett and Ashley.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Garrett and Ashley. I'm Claudia.
So
we had the best time with you here yesterday. It was a blessing.
Yeah. Now meeting Garrett and Ashley has been one of my highlights so far of 2021.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but Garrett and Ashley, can you share a little bit about what changes have you noticed in your mom and dad as they've been following these ancient secrets? What changes have you noticed?
Well, they've lost weight, both of them. They've been able to do a lot more stuff. They have a lot more energy. And my dad's not always making excuses about not being able to do stuff because his back hurts or his leg hurts or he has headaches or whatever.
Yeah. So fun. When I was in the car with Garrett, he's like, I almost didn't even recognize my dad when he came back. He could do everything. He wanted to spend time with us. He wanted to help us take down the playground and do whatever kind of stuff. So beautiful. Garrett, he was in charge yesterday. There was a table with books that people could buy. And Garrett says, it's my responsibility. I'm going to make sure all of these get sold, to raise money for the orphan home. And how old are you, Garrett?
12.
At 12, how many books did you sell yesterday?
40.
40. And how much money did you raise for the orphan kids in Nepal?
over $700.
Over $700 at age 12 in a matter of hours for these orphan kids in Nepal who every dollar makes a difference. Garrett took it upon himself and did this amazing thing. So Garrett, we're going to send you a lot of love right now. It's so cool.
Now I have to go to India to meet them.
Yep, now you're going to come to Nepal to meet them. Ashley is such a wise soul too. We just fell in love with Ashley. Playing the piano, doing her homeschool, talking about what it's like to be at home. Ashley, what differences have you noticed in your mom and dad since they've been trying this experiment, this ancient healing experiment?
Well, they've been in a higher
Vibration.
yes, vibration. They both lost weight, like Garrett said, and my dad wanted to spend time with us, just like Garrett said too. But it was just amazing to see how my dad changed from you healing him and the ancient secret book.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
What if all of us were this age when we discovered this was possible even? You know, how would that alter us? And I wanted to acknowledge Claudia as well, because her journey, lots of times we think we need someone outside of us to heal us. We want someone outside of us to change us, to take away our pain, to save us in some way. And it's so interesting because Claudia didn't have that experience. And so Claudia, I just want you to share a little bit, just so everyone here can anchor in, your healing is inside of you. It doesn't require you to meet me or anybody else. It just requires you to find that place in which you discover what do you want and have some support maybe in just knowing what path takes you to that place, you know? So Claudia, can you share your experience?
Yes, when we were in Utah, that I really want you to heal Gary. You took my pulse. I made an appointment with you, and I thought I was going to get Marma done because I had body pain. I had joint pain, my back. But basically, that was what it was. And you very lovingly said, "Are you in pain right now?" And for some reason, I was in heaven because I was with you. And I didn't feel any pain. And I said, "No, not right now, but I will get pain a little bit later. I know it." And you said, "Look, I suggest you do the mung bean soup and the inflammation is going to go down. And whenever you have pain, it's going to remind you to eat the mung bean soup." And you said that so lovingly. And I came home very happy because you healed Gary, but I wanted to feel that what he felt. Kind of. And as soon as we got back, we got on the mung bean soup. And to my surprise, in 3 days, the fourth day, I woke up and I could get out of bed and not walk like an old lady and go to the bathroom. And then I sat down to meditate and I could get back up without my legs being crippled for a little bit at least. And it just really dawned on me that just with the food, if you would have worked on me, I would have thought that it was you that did the work. And it was a food. And that was just the biggest aha moment for me, because I thought I ate healthy, that wasn't it. And it was totally the food. Thank you, Dr. Clint. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So powerful, so beautiful. And it's not only the food we put in our mouths, but the food we feed our thoughts, you know, the food we put in our brains that really makes a big difference. And is it medicine for us or is it poison? The thoughts that we're having, you know,
definitely,
and the food that we're feeding ourselves. And you made a change in both, Claudia, and it's so fun, such an honor. And as a result, you know, this is where contagious healing comes. Claudia was so persistent. Like, she knew I was coming to Dallas. She must have asked me how many times if I could come to McAllen. I don't know, like 10, maybe 20 times. I don't know. It was a lot.
Yes.
And so finally,
Yes.
I was like, okay, the burning desire is there. And Dr. Ram, he always says, just, you know, find where the burning invitation is, the burning desire is, and then say yes. And so I said yes. And we went out of our way. It was complicated. We had to switch the schedule around. But as a result, we had so many people come to the Infinite Love Center. And as a result of your passion, Claudia, the ripples are just going to keep going and the healing will just keep spreading. So thank you so much. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you,
We can't wait for you to come back. because there's a lot of people that wanted to see you that they did not get to see you. So it's going to be more intense this next time.
Yeah, we actually had a little complication because we made it to the airport and they said, we're too late, we can't check our bags. And then this cool miracle happened where we're finally at the last minute, there was something happened and they checked our bags so we could make it here to Dallas. So yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. Michael
Thank
Smith
you.
said, the food, it always has been. Mike was also one of those people that just from the food alone, just from changing the food, sometimes taking some herbs can support it and going deeper and faster, but just from your food alone, so many cool things can happen. Man,
Oh, so yes,
But-
let me just tell you that you told me, okay, so I didn't get my pills until like a week and a half later and the detox like 2 weeks later. And it was the food. And then when I took the pills, I felt a greater sense of wellness in my body. I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, so fun. You know, you remember Claire who was on the call last week? Everyone remember Claire?
Yes.
I am thinking it's okay to play this voice message because it was so awesome. And she's pretty transparent about stuff, but just imagine this voice message I get that makes me so happy. I got this on Friday. Actually, you know what? Maybe I won't play it because there's kids on this call and it involves a different word for when you have emotion and the poop comes out basically. But in essence, she says, was celebrating. She had the best digestion and release in her life. Okay, but she uses a different word for it that I'll just refrain from playing on this call. But it's fun when that kind of thing we can celebrate. Whatever is the things that we're experiencing, if we can digest it. You know, Janet, you're talking about different events, traumas that happen, even sexual abuse or different things. You know, these are realities. It's not escaping those, but how can we digest and remove those toxins from our body and allow ourselves, from our body, our mind, and our emotions? You know, Nina, actually, she made a really good point. I'm right now here in Dallas. And I don't know, Nina, are you on this call? Can you unmute yourself? Let's see if she's able to unmute herself, Nina. She makes a really good point.
Yes, I am here, Dr. Clint.
Oh yeah, good. So please, I want to see you. So can you come in here?
I'm gonna mute this one.
Yeah. All right. So look who I'm here in this wonderful home.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Clint. Hi, Kens.
Yeah. So Nina makes a really good point. She said when she came home and was doing this detox, it's not just physical things that happen. Do you want to share your insight about that?
Yes, I just did detox for 12 days because I was traveling and I had to stop because I wasn't sure whether I would get my move or not. But it's not, what I noticed in 12 days is that weight loss is just an extra bonus, like Dr. Clint says. So that's an extra bonus, take it. But the emotion and that comes out of it, that gives you a lot of aha moment, because we are stuck so deep in our own pain that we don't even realize it. And I have this personal copy of this, which I read twice. It's right there in front of me. And every time when I think something, I open the book and I get the answer. So for me, since I met Dr. Clint, thank you, in Utah, first time in October, my healing began. And actually, way before that, I had purchased this book because his brother Gerald had recommended. So I had actually 3 copies. I gave one of my copy to my friend, second copy to my daughter, and third one I have for myself. And I'm hiding from my friends because I've heard that people are stealing this book and this is the only copy I have. But since I have read this book, I have brought myself in alignment physically, mentally, emotionally. And every day I come across a lot of emotions, and it's Atiti Deva Bhava. And I have learned to embrace those emotions. I've learned to accept what it is. I've learned to be in present, and I've learned to be in now. And I have seen my personal growth for myself from where I was in October till now. And fascinating thing is that even my husband notices it.
What would you say? What would you say? Can you describe the pain? What it was like before versus now?
Yes. So for 10 years, I had gone through this lot of back pain. On number 4 and 5, I got my MRI done. And the only option doctors had recommended was a surgery. And I refused to go through surgery because I knew there is self-healing somewhere out there. I actually flew to India to find an Ayurveda doctor, and I actually found one. But my good luck, he was traveling. So he met me for one day, and he actually, because there was not enough time. He gave me this healing, he mixed up oils and he gave me this healing oil to use it. But then I was not able to get more support, and which I guess threw me off. And I met Dr. Clint in October, and since then I was still in pain with 7. On even on that day, I was in pain of 7, but I could not even touch the ground. And I felt so blessed thinking that Dr. Clint came all the way from India just for me. I went to Utah because that was my first live event that I had attended. So that was an invite that I had received from universe to meet Dr. Clint on that day. And he did that miracle healing on me. And today my pain is 90% gone. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I wake up thinking that where's the pain, and I have to knock myself saying that, hey, what do you want? So
yeah, I met her very beautiful, powerful husband, amazing man. And he said sometimes at night she would be in tears and she would be crying and he would be crying with her. so much pain. And then she said, she actually sent me messages. She says, I read the last chapter of the book and I read it twice and I was crying, but it was a very different kind of tears. So, you know, in that song we just heard, let the rain, let the water wash away our tears. What if we can allow that kind of cleansing tears come through us? So thank you so much for sharing your story, Nina.
No, and thank you so much for being in my house today as you are in my home. I'm going to be saying that you are here as a miracle for me, for my family, and for everyone over here. And I feel that that miracle has multiplied thousands and millions times today. So thank you for being in my house.
One funny story, I was on the plane, they picked us up from the airport in Dallas, and she's like, how was the flight? I was like, oh, it was really nice. I made a friend sitting next to me on the flight. I actually invited her to stay with you at your house too. Is that okay? And she's like, yeah, Aditi Devabhava, the more the merrier. So maybe Nina, everyone on this call, maybe next Global Miracle Call, we can all meet at Nina's house.
Yes.
Instead of all
I
over the
am
world.
so looking forward to meet every one of you. I mean, my heart is open, my home is open, and love you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being part of me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Couldn't say enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Nina, for sharing your powerful story. If you can shut the doors just so the
Yes,
sound.
will do.
Isn't it amazing? Like, I never knew Nina before October, and now such a deep healing. Pain that was there for years and years and years and years, 90% gone. And that doesn't just affect her, it affects her whole family. So what about this contagious healing is possible for you when you actually apply those secrets like Claudia did? You know, Garrett and Ashley, how their life will be different. Just seeing this. They were at the clinic all day yesterday. Just their presence was such a gift. Having these beautiful children there. On the plane, I couldn't help. I know they're not listening right now, so I can share, but I just had to write a thank you letter to these kids for what they awoke in me and what they inspired in me. Be here with Nina. And so what's possible from the space of love, you know, from that space of love? I'm feeling like today is going to be more interactive. There's a couple more stories I want to share before we go into a breakout room, because I want us really to be in the space and to explore what's possible in this year for ourselves and in a very personal, intimate way. So we're going to do a breakout in a moment. Before that, though, I want Dharmendra shared a powerful post on Facebook that just was awesome. And, you know, sometimes when you think about hearing many of the stories, you want concrete evidence. You know, one reason I like Mike's story and so many others, when they have blood tests, they have the blood test from before and after. It's like, whoa, right there in the numbers. You know, it's crazy. It's awesome. Dharmendra, can you share what was your struggle and what was the challenge that you faced? What other things did you try? And what was your story?
Thank you so much, Dr. Clint. It was 2014 when I was undergoing a lot of stress and job issues and all. And suddenly in that time, I had the minor heart attack. And when I did the blood test and all, my HSCRP was very high. Okay, so before that I have not done. So it was more than I can say, I'm not getting the reports, but that time it was around 13 or so and all. And then I went and to do the
Did you say it was
angiography.
13 and a half, Dharmendra?
Yeah, approximately. Yeah. So
Wow.
13 that is what I remember. It was like that. But I could not get the reports now, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I can found is around 9.9. So I could find now. I had shared with you.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I think, is this the right one? So this is the
Yeah,
original blood
9.9.
report.
Yeah, yes.
Great. And tell us, what is this a marker of? What does this measure?
This talks about the cardiac arrest. So higher the HSCRP, the higher is the risk for the cardiac arrest. And doctor says that below 1 is the safer one. 1 to 3 is okay. Above 3 is very difficult. You can have a very high chance of the cardiac arrest.
Mm.
So I
When
was
you
not
got
knowing
that, when you got that report, how did it impact you, like mentally, emotionally?
I was like, I don't know what will happen to me. I was on the wheelchair. Doctor took me to the ICU. I was not allowed to do anything, and my wife was crying, and like the whole family, what will happen next? Okay, so they put me on the blood thinners and all that stuff. So many things went on by and all slowly, and then they have done the angioplasty. They asked me for that balloons which are in angioplasty or something they call it as. So I said no, don't go for the angioplasty, that we'll see later on. Only for the angiography is okay. I'm not ready for this right now. Okay, I was so like that was the first time when I was like diagnosed with such a thing. So anyhow, so 2015 went on, 2016, not much hope, not much this. And last year, 2020, when there was sudden lockdown and all that stuff, I got time to talk to myself, right? And before that, 2019, till 2019, my weight was around 110, nothing was working. And then I came in connect with you about the proofreading part and all the changes, right? And I took seriously what I want exactly. I want to be very like a healthy person. And many times on the call also, I used to ask Dr. Giovanni and all, how to live 250 years and happy, okay, healthy. So all this stuff used to hit me a lot. Like I used to think and all. So I started working on my diet. I started thinking back. There is something called as self-sabotage. So when we don't work on the wound which are not healed, our stress hormones goes on increasing, and that gets manifested on our system, our body. So I understood after the proofreading this book that body is only a manifestation center, nothing else at all, nothing else at all. If you think right, the right things will happen to your body. If you think wrong, wrong things will happen to the body. So it's only a manifestation center. And I lost my weight by 35 kg, and I was not in a mood to do the blood test. But suddenly one day, like few days back, last week, I was sitting and then I thought, okay, might we have some same changes? So physically, I'm able to see that change. Energy is higher and all that stuff. I'm able to walk. I can take 30, 40 kg and I can walk. So let's do the blood test. And just that is the, I just came out from my thought, let's do the blood test. And the blood test came to 1.9. It was like surprising for me. And it was, I think, 6.1. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Clint, for sharing, right? So 6th January, it was 1.9. And all my people around that, my God, it's a miracle. I said, yeah, that is what everybody says. Miracle happens. You should be ready for that. And I'm so happy, so happy. I don't know what happened, good or bad, but 2020 is something which I can't believe. Like it's back to the life, I can say, back to the life. And it's my request to all is that being happy, being healthy is our birthright. Is our birthright. We are blessed to have that. The only thing is that because of I don't know, maybe as Dr. Clay, Dr. Naram and all says, we are not able to know what do we want, and that's why we all are suffering, nothing else. So thank you so much, Dr. Clint, for giving me the opportunity to share my journey. Thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much.
getting a lot of love from people in the chat. Janet says, Dharmendra understands and shares so well and emanates amazing happiness, energy, and vibrancy. Savan says, Dharmendra, love your spirit. Afsena says, wow, this is so amazing. Dharmendra, you sound and look great. All the miracles are rushing to you. Love to you. And I love that quote, you know, you said something like, I can say that 2020 was about coming back to life. For any of us. In fact, as I was taking pulses of so many people over the last couple of days, and I have a clinic again tomorrow, many people had something happen in their past. Even if it's not happening now, they have a fear it may come back. Or they had something happen for their parents and they think, oh, that's my future. And so there's always the fear that when something happens, maybe this is that thing. But what if you can release the fear from your mind? What if you can know that you have a very, very powerful option of living with vibrant health, unlimited energy, and peace of mind? Dharmendra, you're a living example of that. And thank you for inspiring us so much. Esther says, beautiful sharing. Thank you. So glad for your health. Claudia says, thank you for sharing. So true. Self-sabotage. If you don't heal, things don't change. And really, that's true. Like a lot of the healing is in your own hands, and also sabotaging is in your own hands. You create one or the other every day by what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're putting in your mouth. It's so beautiful, Dharmendra. Your blood reports showed this. What were you thinking when you got the most recent one? What was that emotion?
Yeah, there was like when I was growing, I used to have a lot of differences in opinion with my father. And 2015 to 2018, my father suffered a lot. I lost my father. And then I started thinking why it's happening. And then after I lost my father, I started thinking back, what should I do? What's going wrong? And then I saw that he used to be angry for every small thing. And that's why he suffered a lot. And then I started thinking, why I'm doing? I wanted my father to be very loving and caring. Yeah, he was. But again, there is a difference in the opinion. I did not respect his decision. He did not respect my decision. And you know that what happens? He also suffered, and I'm also on the way of suffering. So I started putting things back. No, acceptance is very, very important. And then I started working on myself. No, we have to accept everyone as they are. We are here as Dr. Dharam, Baba Ramdas, they used to say always, we are here to love. Teaching will happen automatically. We are not here to teach someone. We are not here to teach at all. That the seed of the knowledge is the love and the care. You don't have to teach. We don't have to teach. If you have to take a huge tree from one place to another, don't dig deep and take the tree. Take the seeds and throw it. That's all done. And for throwing also, there has to be a very fertile soil. You don't have to dig deep and put all that stuff. So manifestation happens automatically. That is what I had realized in the last 1 year. It automatically happens. You just move your hands and manifestation happens. So body is such a sponge-like structure. Body is a sponge. That is what I realized. Wrong thing also happens. Good thing also happens. If you have the fear, now I fear about the wrong thought also. Because the moment I think about the wrong thing, it may be manifested. Who knows? Who knows? Because we are in that stage. So not to think wrong also. I'm fearful now. I have to be very, very careful about my thoughts. Because we are coming in that stage, because things will happen automatically. If you think I will fall, you will fall definitely, for sure. So why not to think right? Think what you want. Be very, very clear. Fear and ego are killing us. That is what I had realized. Fear and ego, nothing else, nothing else. When Baba Ramdas returned Dr. Naram for 100 times, am I correct, Dr. Clint? 100 times?
100 days, yep, 100 days.
100 days, right? So that is what he wanted to break his ego. You are a doctor, but you don't know much. You are suffering. So that is what I learned. Fear and ego, fear and ego. And that can be, that we can come out of that only one way, that is the love. That's the only thing. Love, 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 and love. That's all. Self-love, love for others. Self-love, love for others. That's all. Done. So again, Dr. Clint, thank you so much. I'm changing like
you're getting so many people sending you love right now. Lynn says, so beautifully said, brother Dharmendra. Your words are making so many smile. Me too. I can't stop smiling hearing you. I have a huge grin on my face. So much positivity in the message you're sharing and in your voice. Louisa from Brazil says, oh, so true. Fear and ego are killing us. Love is the cure. Amazing. By just focusing on what you want rather than what you don't want makes such a big difference. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean your blood report changes instantly. In Vic's case, for instance, it doesn't mean that instantly he's out of a wheelchair, because sometimes there's a purpose in something. There's something to gain from it still. But what it means is that you're focused on what you want instead of what you don't want. And so your soul is aligned with its purpose and its mission, which is very, very powerful. And Dharmendra, you showed us that so powerfully today. Wow. Esther says, you're a natural teacher, so powerfully expressed. So much wisdom on this and every call. I see Jaina, thank you for doing that. She posted a lot of the upcoming locations where I'll be at different events, including Atlanta and lots of other places. So, and then Dharmendra talked about Baba Ram Das and Dr. Naram, you know, one of the main stories in the book. I wanted to acknowledge Dharmendra has been helping do the final proofreading for Hindi, the Hindi version of the book. And I'm so excited that finally the book that comes from this wisdom tradition will be in its native languages, Hindi and Gujarati. Thank you, Dharmendra. Almost every single translator or proofreader has talked about what a transformation happened in their life as a result of reading the words in the book. Actually, Cornelia talked about it as a part of editing it. There's so many different layers in the book. Even Nina was telling me at breakfast this morning, each time she's reading it, it gets her at a different level. And when you're translating and working on this way, so many blessings come, so many miracles come. Everyone who's been involved with it, I've been watching, so impressed. I just got the great news last night from Ilaria that the amazing Italian translation team completed the final version in Italian. So I just want to celebrate with everyone that soon this book will be out for Italians as well. It's been completed in German. It's been completed in Portuguese, and now Louisa and others are working on it in Brazilian Portuguese, completed in Hindi, Gujarati. So these waves will keep spreading, these waves of healing love. So beautiful. I want to see some more comments for you. Yeah, oh, so many beautiful things. So many beautiful comments. Dharmendra, thank you for sharing that. You know, everyone already on this call, we've had really powerful insights and wisdom that even you just take one of those, it can totally change your experience of your life. There's another story I want someone to share, but Sonia, I just want you to share. Actually, Sonia, even just for a couple minutes, I met Sonia in Houston, and I don't know, also Naranjan, you can just unmute yourself and just share something that you feel like would help inspire, some message of hope that you feel would inspire people on this call.
I will talk about one message you gave, I think, in your previous calls, that when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. We have had our own struggles with my son's health for a long, long time now, to an extent that I had to leave almost everything, my job, my family, I would say, trying to be there for him. Because he needed so. And then we have been through so many doctors in this struggle. Like, I can't even count now the type of treatments we have tried and things we have done. And about 4 years ago, Dr. Naram, I have seen Dr. Naram on Zee TV many years ago. And then I wanted to meet him badly. And I came to know that he was coming. We made an appointment, couldn't go at that time. I had a conference at that time, and then my son's condition started getting worsening, so much so. I kept feeling guilt that I should have gone. Eventually, I had to leave my job also. But then I spoke to a friend, Ranjan, that you met that day, and I told him that I feel guilty. There I saw some hope. You know, I have heard him talking about such conditions, treating him, Dr. Naram treating. He said, have you heard about Dr. Clint? That's when I came to know about him. And then we booked, then when we came to know you're coming to Dallas, we were excited, we booked, and we were looking forward to it. But my son fell very sick on the 1st of January, and I was in a position that I thought, I can't go to Dallas. It's too risky to drive. And, you know, I'll be driving and he'll be on the back seat, and I don't know, I can't see him. And then I was talking to Naranjan that I have the booking. I'll wait until the end of the day and to make a decision whether I should drive or not. And then he said, wait a minute, I'm looking at my screen. He's coming to Houston. I was like, what? Oh my God. I think if you check on your records, we were the first one to make. As soon as your email came, I made the booking, and, you know, okay, we are going to Houston because we live in Houston, so it was something we could do. And I can't tell you, I think it meant to me that when a student is ready, the teacher will show up. That's the message we got that day. Yeah, that's me. That's my son. We have just started on our journey. So I hope like Alka said that, today she's proud of what she's achieved. Hopefully we will get there, and one day we will also say that yes, we have achieved, and then we will be also an example for many people to follow.
One thing, thank you, Sonia. It just is amazing the miracles that are happening in this space. One thing I want to acknowledge, Dharmendra was talking about discovering what you want. And one thing that really touched my heart was when I had this moment to meet with Sonia's very powerful son, Hawk, and also just the whole miracle of how it came, that your friend loved you and told you about this, the heartache that Dr. Ram was gone, and then realizing that the ancient secrets aren't gone. Physically he's not here, but he passed it on. He did. Yeah. He did it. He passed on the secrets, and that the healing power has always been here. These masters just help remind us of what actually can never leave us. It's always a part of us. They're just turning our mind to what already is, that potential. In fact, the healing can never leave us. And so when I was with her son, I just took his pulse and I asked him, I says, what do you want? And Sonia, I remember, do you want to share your reaction?
Yes, it was so amazing to hear that, because I felt like we've been to so many doctors, and the interaction is about we telling what we're going through, and they telling us, okay, let's try this medicine, or let's do this, which is typically a medicine, of course. And then nobody ever asked him, what do you want? It's just our concerns which is like, what is the problem? Not about what we are expecting. Nobody ever asked such a thing. And I told Dr. Clint, see, it means so much to me, if you are giving this in his hand, that, you tell me what you want, it's huge. This is how it should be, and I being myself into this healthcare, I felt like, oh my God, this is what it should be. Do we ever do it to anybody that, okay, it's where you want to reach? What's your goal? Do we tell them? We decide the goals by, the person should be given that option, because it just changes the focus from your problem focus to what goal you want to get to. And it's amazing. I felt like my son was very happy. For the first time he gets to see doctors, he's like, okay, mom is taking me to another one. So that's what his attitude is, and he's like typically not wanting to be participating as such. But he was happy. He was very happy to talk to him. And we had the best mung soup that day ever.
The best mung soup. Monica's here. She helped make it. And my sister was there. I took my sister's pulse, my niece's pulse. That was so fun. And the healing just continues. Malka, she says, so beautiful, Sonia. Just know this is reminding you to go home to your true self. Lots of love. I would love to connect with you. Oh, beautiful. So many beautiful messages. Opsina says, Sonia, you are so lucky. Can't wait to hear how the healing has started to work. I'm excited for you and your family. Esther says, tears in my eyes. So just in this moment for Sonia, for her son, for the whole beautiful experiment they're doing with Ancient Secrets, let's just send her lots of love.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Love you and with you, Sonia.
I really hope that I can come up with something to tell you all and, inspire you with where my son's journey takes us to.
Yeah. Beautiful. We have about 10 minutes left on this call, and I want some magic to happen for you. And I'm going to trust very much that the people you're going to be placed into this breakout room will be exactly the person that you need to be with. After the breakout call, we're going to do something with a period of music where we just spotlight certain videos, and you'll see the display of beautiful humans from around the world along with this music. But right now we want to drop into this space of presence, of presencing. And I just want you to share with the people in your breakout room, what's one takeaway that you've had from this call, or from something maybe downloaded from spirit, from love for your 2021 so far. So we're going to be in a breakout room. You'll be in a breakout room with probably 3 other people, something like that. Maybe 4 other people, 3 to 4 other people. And I just want you to just take like 1 or 2 minutes each. Actually, it's 3 to 4 people. We'll say 4 participants in a breakout room. Just share what's one of your takeaways from this call. One thing that you want to carry with you in 2021 to make this the best year yet. So go ahead and click on your screen. There should be an invitation. You can go ahead and click on and go into that room. And what is one of your takeaways, something you want to carry with you into 2021? Beautiful. And for those that are staying in this main room, let's see. I just want to make sure that everyone at least has one other person in their breakout room. Let's see here. There we go. Cool. Looks like everyone has at least someone in their breakout room. I just want to make sure no one's stranded on their own. Maybe Mike, you can stay in this one with me. And Mike, can you kind of coordinate?
Good timing. I almost just clicked to join room 16.
Oh, okay, got it. I'm going to make it, there's just one person that didn't have anyone, so I'm just switching the rooms for him. Can you, Mike, coordinate a little discussion with anyone who's still in this room, what their takeaway is? And you can start with yourself if you want.
Yeah, well, let's start with someone else then. My takeaway so far for this year has definitely been a year of transition and chaos and parts that are needing to be healed. And a lot of things is how I'd summarize it. But who else do we have still here?
Grazi, I don't know, you're walking, maybe you'll be able to share, I'm not sure. Let's see here. Stephen, I don't know, you're probably on the ski slope. Lynn.
We've got Renara in the train.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Oh,
we're cooking mung at the same time.
Hey, good. You're multitasking, making the mung. What's your heart's wisdom in this moment? Oh, look at that. I love seeing both of you there. It makes me so happy.
Thank you. I would say my takeaway for this 2021 is to create even more magic in the sense of really stepping up to myself and showing up to the world as truly me. And I know it's been a process and it requires faith and trust. And I'm sure that I'm in the path with the right people to remind me of my true self.
It's very kind of you to invite everybody to South Florida too. I think we should take you up on that.
I totally think so. My house is open for all of you.
Oh yes, for sure. We would love to.
What's your takeaway from this call so far, Grazi? Anything that touched your heart in particular that you'd like to?
I would say like just experiencing and witnessing all the miracles that everyone still, like every week go through, and the beauty that happens in everyone's life, like the big and the small wins that we have. And to have a time every single Sunday to stop and just witness that, it just fills my heart with even more love and hope.
Yeah. How about for you, Daniel?
Oh, I really got into the story that the man shared, the 14 years, the 13 years, right? And then he had pain, and then he stopped. I related to some parts that he spoke, and he stopped, and it's like, what's going on? Questioning reality and all that, and there was a big shift for that. And I noticed I've been through the same process, not as like him, but in a way. And I've been through a very similar process. And now I'm starting to see the beauty. And that part where the person is no longer running away from pain, but now they're focusing on love, was what resonated a lot with me, and what I have been reprogramming myself lately. And we are into a lot of this kind of vibration, focusing, even though we have to, clear the body, the energies with the and the mind, clear the body with the food, clear the mind with the thoughts, and it's been really great. Just before the call, we were doing a breath work, and it was amazing just to join the call after a breath work, because it was really clear and calm and just absorbing. Even though we're not just sitting here, we decided to do the mung soup. It's like, it's a really good time to do the mung soup and listen to the call.
Wow, you guys just look like angels. You look like you're just glowing there, and you're just full of this like beautiful light and love. I've shared both of your story with many people, even at the clinic yesterday. There was someone that was having such bad anxiety. And I was like, what if instead of feeling anxious when you wake up, you can feel the romantic dance of your soul with the gift of life? These immortal words from Daniel that have entered in my consciousness. And he's listening to the music from his wife that normally annoys him. And then this time instead, it's triggering a different thing. Same thing that before would annoy you, but this time it just triggered this experience of ecstatic connection with all of life. It was so beautiful. You know,
And
I
the
just-
Atiti Deva, I'm sorry, and the Atiti Deva Bhava is something that is like, it's with us, is getting more and more and all the time, because the acceptance of what is, you know, the anxiety, whatever it is showing us something. And just understanding this and using this at the moment and remembering this, it's awesome. It's already like lifesaver. Yes.
Ah, so powerful. You know, I just got a message yesterday or 2 days ago from someone that said they woke up in the morning and it was the first time in a long time that they didn't feel negative thoughts instantly filling their mind or anxiety filling their mind, and they just felt this peace. And I thought of you as well, and I was like, oh man, if this kind of thing is happening and you're a microcosm, Daniel Ingrazi, of the macrocosm, then look what those ripples are spreading out. You know, people are not just, it's not just a physical healing, but it's on so many levels. So thank you for your inspiration example of that.
Thank you for
Yeah.
existing.
And I miss your kids.
You're a vehicle of so much light, man. I feel gratitude for meeting you and all these people. Thank you.
I love seeing you guys so much.
Like Brad said, this is for us is a tradition. This call on Sunday now is like,
We look forward to it. And we're like, wake up and let's get it done.
We wait for Sunday. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, it's like fuel. It's like we eat every day, so why not we fuel our soul with
Of course.
possibility?
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to go to Michelle. There's only like 1 minute left, but Michelle, did you just hop on the call or were you able to hear part of it before? Oh, you can unmute yourself. I can't quite hear you. Michelle, there we go.
I was in, but I don't think I was hooked to the video or the voice, but I'm in now. I'm obviously to me a little late, but to me it had such a wonderful experience. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person, but there was some kind of I think that stopped me from being fully awake, and ever since I've been taking having the monk dal soup, it has become in my heart it's like a burst of energy, much more than I am. I'm just totally doing all the things and trying to figure out how do I help. And I'm thinking of people, friends that I know, maybe I can go and tell them. I'm still a little shy about it, but I know it's like this push and it comes from my heart, and it's big and and I'm starting to make difference little by little by little, and it's really loving. It's wonderful. Thank you, Clint. It's wonderful.
Where are you joining from, Michelle?
I'm New York, where the snow is right now, upstate New York.
Oh, fantastic. Upstate New York.
I can't wait until you come to Jersey or New York City. I'll go see you.
Oh, great. Well, please contact Monica. I'm so grateful to have Monica, Kyle here with me. They're doing an amazing job of capturing stories,
and
helping support the
I
whole
will try to help to whatever it's needs to be done. I'll go and spend some few days in New York City or in Jersey too. Yes, I will, definitely.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Clint, can I ask you a question about the monk soup?
Please, Janet.
Yeah, because so I've made it, and I put in the dried plum things, and it made it very bitter. And it says at the end on page 174, at the end, it says that we can make it different ways and tasty by going to myancientsecrets.com membership site, and I can't find anything.
Oh, Janet, I'm so glad you asked that question. You know, on the site, you can see a couple different people make it different ways. And maybe, John, we can figure out some way to make it more obvious. And then just today I was meeting, I'm going to create a one-page PDF. And the one-page PDF is tips and tricks for making it so delicious that you go crazy, that people are always begging you for it. So we'll create this because there's also some people have gas and they don't know what to do. You actually just put a teaspoon of raw sugar or or baking soda as you're soaking it overnight. You dump out the water and then no gas. The kokum, if it's dry kokum, you can soak it in that same thing. That also helps. There's many little tips. I actually wanted, when I was in Houston, I had a secret purpose in going to Houston. My sister has been having a big problem with something called GERD. It's like a lot of acidity and stuff, and you lose your energy. You don't want to, there's so much pain. And I wanted to help her, but she says, my mom says, why don't you talk to Clint? He can help you. She's like, no, he's going to make me eat mung soup. So then I wanted to go there to make it so delicious that she couldn't stand it. She wanted to just make sure she had it all the time. And I did a little part. I asked her at the end, I was like, did you like it? She was like, yeah, that was really good. So I'm going to count that as a win. You know, many people who came, like Sonia said, that was the best soup I ever ate. And so
where are you going to post it? Where are you going to post it?
We'll post it on myancientsecrets.com. You know, already right now, I'm going to post, actually, Jana, oh no, let's see. I don't know, Monica, are you on this call? Could you post the link for where people can get the recipe if they don't already have it? Let me see, maybe I can do it real quick. If
yeah, I can post it right now.
Okay, she's gonna post it because also it has links to hyperlinks to all of the ingredients that you buy from Amazon. And then
yeah,
because
I have all that, but it doesn't taste that good to me.
Great, so we'll help you on that, Janet. Great question. Super. You know, Jana, are you here?
I am. I'm right here. Yep.
Oh, good. You know, there's other people that we were thinking would be so great to share on this call, Esther and Nusharat, and I want to hear more from you. I'm just wondering, what if we have share for 1 minute and then we go to the music part? Does that feel good to you, or what's your thought?
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I've just had some really great chats this week, and some people have inspired me. So I would love to hear from Esther Francis. She just is such a ball of energy and enthusiasm and creativity. Esther Francis, are you on the call?
I am.
See what I mean?
I am so excited. So I signed up for the scholarship and I took the challenge. And so far I've asked 5 people and I have 5 yeses of people contributing. But the big deal there is that 2 days ago, with 2 people that were together that I explained it about, a trauma from when I was in 3rd grade. So I'm in my 70s now. I was, 8 years old then, 10? And it came up that I somehow insulted somebody when raising money for 4-H. And I had completely forgotten that, even though I was cognizant of it in my 20s. So it's so much more. I mean, there's the beauty and the wonderful feeling of contributing to something really important and caring for people. But besides that, the personal transformation that is occurring in this, getting over my fears of asking and relating to money, that's been something I've wanted to do for a while. But miracles have also been spilling in just extraordinarily. And there's so many. You can't even, oh my God, red chairs, that recliners that even rock, brand new for $100 each, and the woman delivered them after I actually went to the place and looked for recycled, and then nothing. So I go to the new one. The least inexpensive was $4.50 and ugly, and I got 2 exactly what I wanted, 100 each, brand new, that even rocks. I mean, and that's just one. That's just one. And when I go to do the check or give her $100 bill for it, I somehow looked at my phone, 414. I grew up at 414 Atlantic Street, and it's my code with my dad who's passed for abundance and prosperity. I mean, synchronicity has been with me for many years, but it's off the charts. And I'm just so in gratitude because I know the participation here is a big component. The inspiration I receive and the feeling of connection that's so deep and profound, not just with Dr. Clint and with the staff, but the collective, we can feel this. The breakout call was just so moving, everybody's contribution. So I could go on, so I'm going to quiet.
You know, it's so powerful you're saying this because I realize that lots of people have blocks around money and abundance. You know, Dr. Ram, he not only helped people heal physically, but his master taught him secrets how you can live in abundance. So for all the people who applied for the scholarship, I gave them 3 options. And one option was, why don't I teach you some of Dr. Ram's secrets to remove any blocks around money so you can actually create all the money you want to? And I'd say maybe a third of the people took me up on it. We had our first call last Wednesday. We'll have another call this upcoming Wednesday. On this call, just in general, is anyone interested in that topic of just put a yes, I'm interested in the chat about how to live in more abundance. And then maybe we can create some special series or call about that thing. Okay.
I'll help. I'll help.
Oh, good. Fantastic. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Esther. And thank you, Michelle. So powerful. So now, Nushrat, with the last person we'll have share today is Nushrat. I know, Jana, you want to introduce this one?
This is kind of a surprise for her, but you know, she is an amazing lady. She gives with her heart. She shows up. One of the calls that is the most memorable for me is when Dr. Clint was in silence and he had asked me to host the Sunday call, and Nujarat came on with, she was helping a lady who had anxiety and had depression, and she got to actually we got to talk with the lady who had anxiety and depression. And it was one of the most memorable because what I realized in that call is that this works. These principles work. They are, when you apply them in real time, I mean, it's great to come to these calls and feel of this incredible spirit, this incredible energy. But when you actually do the marmas and you actually change your diet, you know, things in your world change. I am a true believer of that because I have seen so much healing in my life. I don't think I ever would have received it had I not been a part of this group. And I'm so deeply, deeply grateful. So I had a wonderful call with her on Saturday, and I would love her to unmute herself and just kind of say hello and whatever is on her heart to share. Is she still on the call?
Hi, Gina. Yes.
There you are.
Your words bring tears to my heart, and I thank you. If I was able to contribute in helping anyone, this afternoon I had a friend come in because she has her mom in a home, and she asked me to show her some Marma points so that the nurses could help do, so she could have a memory, keep a memory going, have some more energy. So I gave her some pointers. And then we started talking about the foundation, the orphanage. And she said, where can I sign up? I'd like to donate something. And I hadn't even finished explaining what Dr. Clint and all of us were doing. And I'm really happy. Everything is just perfect. Thanks to all of you. And another good news, another 30 pages to translate into French before we proofread everything. And I hope the book will be ready to hand in by end February.
Wow.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything.
So cool.
And it's a snowball effect, days go faster and faster. I just can't wait. I only have that much left to finish from the book. So we're going to start working with Ellen in a few minutes.
Wow.
And I hope to be able to have it really perfect by the end of February.
You're going to change so
Thank you.
many
Thank you for
people's
everything.
lives. Oh, you're going to change so many people's lives. Wow. So powerful, so beautiful. Nushrat, so amazing. This is also kind of like a surprise. I don't know, like Corey Branneman, I just kind of feel like I just want to hear your takeaway from this call. And then you'll be the final one to share, and then we'll go into the music. But I know you're signed up for the 100-day course, which I'm so excited about. And you're basically, you're a physician, you're a healer, and you're on these calls. And I'm just so curious, what's your takeaway so far? And what are you excited about coming up?
Well, actually, I have another training coming up this week for a week in fractal imagery and meditation in Park City. So I'll be up there for a week. I'm just excited about the changes in the world, which is in counterpoint to all of the politics, which is still, it's change, and it's going to usher in a great enlightenment into the world. And I'm holding that mentality for myself and many others.
Oh, so powerful. Wait, I'm so glad you brought that in right now. You know, you are a microcosm of the macrocosm, everyone here on this call. And there's a quote I have on the bottom of all my emails that I send. I wonder if I can just bring one up. There's two different email accounts, but my main email account that I send emails from, it says a small body, this is Gandhi. He says a small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. And Dr. Rama, he was always talking about, don't just be a consumer of the world around you. Be a co-creator, create. And what do you want is the starting point. And so for Corey, it sounds like what you want. What do you want, Corey? What do you want for yourself, for this world?
I want an enlightened world.
Ah, beautiful. So he wants an enlightened world. And in the light of that, in the light of us waking up inside of ourselves to what is possible, the love that's possible, the healing that's possible, how it's possible to be so contagious that the people around us can't help but feel it, the impact of it. We're going to go into a music number and you're going to see faces of people from around the world. Now, Mike, when we've done this in the past, I think if you only pin it, not everyone can see it. I think only you can see it if you pin it. So you'll have to spotlight their videos. When it spotlights your video, you may invite you to unmute, but don't worry about that. If you see that you're being spotlighted and it says the host is inviting you to unmute, it just automatically happens. You can just ignore that and just enjoy all the love coming at you from everyone around the world. We're going to play a piece of music and I'll load it up here, Mike, and maybe you can get ready to do the, I'm just going to share my sound only. We're going to do this for just a few minutes, like 3, 4, 5 minutes. When a face comes on the screen, I just want you to take it in with as much love as possible. Send that person so much love. The magic. Mike, you're there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So take in the face with the magic of all that happened in their life to bring them to this point. And all the pain, all the trial, all the challenges, all the miracles, all the love, the miracle of life itself in each face. And if your face comes up, then see how much you can love yourself and receive the love from other people. So we'll start that music now and enjoy what Daniel calls, what he called one time in a message to me, the romantic dance of his soul with the gift of life. After feeling 8, 9 years of anxiety, so intense, couldn't sleep for nights, so much pain, finally using these ancient secrets to break through to the place of feeling peace, feeling pleasure, feeling connected with everything, feeling what he called was the romantic dance of his soul with the gift of life. So how can we feel that now? The romantic dance of your soul with the gift of love and the gift of life. Wow. Whether your video was shown or not, just so much love going towards you and feeling so much love from you, feeling so much possibility about what we can do together, what we are doing, just out of the joy, out of just discovering what we want to do and doing this collectively. You know, the 100-day training starts soon on January 16th. This upcoming Saturday is the first day. I've never been more excited for anything in my life, probably ever. I've never been more excited to join with, and it's because of you, because of this group of people who are joining for this purpose, how to learn how to apply these ancient secrets in a way that can just magnify the contagious healing all over the planet. Now, whether you're participating or not, even if you're not, we're still going to have the Sunday calls. So every Sunday, we're going to still have these global healing miracle experiment calls, and I have a feeling that they're going to increase in impact and intensity over this period of time as more and more people join. I just want to say, I love you. I'm with you. You know, many people sent a message in the chat I didn't have a chance to respond to, so you can send me an email. I just want to say I love you and I'm with you. I'm so honored to be a part of this beautiful group, to see your beautiful faces and feel your heart, and to honor this lineage, you know, Dr. Naram and this lineage, that the gift that they gave us, and to continue to pay it forward. So you can unmute yourself now and just say, I love you and I'm with you.
You.
I love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm
And
with
I'm
you.
with
Love
you.
you and I'm
And
with
I'm with
you.
you. I love you and I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Love you.
With you.
Love you and I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with
You.
you.
Love you and I'm with you.
And
I
I'm with
love
I
you.
love
you.
you,
Love
everyone.
you.
Love
I
so
love
much.
you and I'm with
I'm
you.
with
Love
you.
you.
With
I'm
you.
with you.
I love you and I'm with
I
you.
love you and I'm with you.
I love you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with
I love you all and I'm
And
with
with you.
you
Love you
all.
and with you.
Thank you for being
I
here.
love you.
Love you and I'm with
Thank
you.
you.
I love you.
You and I'm
Thank
with
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
I love you and
Love
I'm
you.
with
Love
you.
love you and I'm with
Sandra,
you.
I love
Love you and I'm
you.
with you.
Thank
Rajani, I love
with
you.
you.
Rachel, I
Love
love
you
you
and
and
I'm
I'm
with
with
you.
you.
Dr. Clint,
Rochelle,
Ina,
You and I'm with
Obese, I
you.
love you
everyone.
and
I
I'm
love you and
with
I'm with
you.
That should be its own meditation track. Just hearing all your voices all over the world saying that. So powerful. So beautiful. I love you. I'm with you. Looking forward to seeing some of you on the Global Healing Call on Sunday. See all of you on the Global Healing Call on Sunday. Some of you for the 100-day training beginning on Saturday. Today's the last day to sign up. Some of you part of the scholarship option 1. I'll see you on Wednesday. Love you. I'm with you. Namaste.